Hi everybody, and welcome to another update of the charity project at the Sayagita school in the south of India in a village called Puttaparthi. So lots has happened since my last video, which was beginning of January. Time has flown, but so much has happened, and I'm really excited to tell you what's been going on. So I'm going to show you a presentation which I've prepared to help me explain to you everything that's been going on. So I'm just going to tell you everything that's happened since beginning of January till end of February. And so much has happened that I can't even believe I've got so much to tell you. So first of all, the first thing I want to tell you about was water. As we all know, water is vital. And when you have a school with nearly 700 people, you need a good source of water. Okay, I mean 700 children. So here at the beginning of the year, for the first time in 18 years at the school, there was a shortage of water, which is very critical. And so, very miraculously, what happened is the sourcer came out, decided that there is a potential for water at the school, which is not usual in this area to find a lot of water. And actually, within the school premises, which was very important that the water had to be found within the school premises for obvious reasons, that the water had to belong to the school. They found behind a Ganesha temple, which is the elephant god, which if any of you have been to India, they found behind that Ganesha temple masses of water. I mean, far beyond anything we could have expected. And you can see this machine here just pumping the water out. And here you can see the water source that was put in, and the water just gushing out. So now there's abundance of water. There's absolutely no shortage anymore. And this was an enormous relief for everybody because without a good supply of water, it becomes very, very difficult to manage the school. All the sanitation, just drinking water, the cleaning, everything is just, water is so vital that when we start to think about it, what would you do without it? So this was an amazing surprise that there was so much water at the school. So I'd like to thank the French charity for supporting this and helping find this water and funding the whole works that went with it, which was quite major. Fabulous work and great news for the kids that there's just abundance of water. Then the other thing, as I mentioned in my last video, is that we were looking at getting bags for the children, and we were looking at a breakfast project. So if you remember, those are the main things at the end of my video for this year, and I'm happy to tell you that it's just all started and it's going great. So first of all, let's start with a big thank you to my two friends here. So here we have Agent Patel, who you met in my last video. He is my main contact in India for sourcing everything. So he sources the bikes, anything we need for the breakfast project. He will help source everything that I've ever done for this school. So without him, obviously, it's not possible. You need the local knowledge and to source locally. So he's done a fabulous job. And also I want to introduce you to my friend Hasu from London. And he saw my last video and he had so much energy, and he went out and he helped me implement all these two big projects in a fabulous way. So big thank you to Hasu for getting everything started. So here we go. So let me move my, I'm trying to see for you to see the presentation and still see me talking. So first of all, the bikes. Okay, so the bike project is really for the bigger children, but there were some nice families who said, well, why don't we also give little bikes for the little children? And why not? I mean, what a beautiful idea. And then it becomes more of a toy and a way for them to learn how to ride a bike. So you can see them learning how to ride bikes here in the courtyard of the school. You can see them all, well, the multicolored bikes. So there were 22 bikes that were donated, which the small children use in the playtime to learn how to ride a bike, and just for the fun of having a bike. Because if any of you remember when you were a child how exciting it was to ride a bike, you would know what a wonderful present this is for the children. So those for the little children. And then the big children, and this is what I was talking about in my last video, that the children who live far away, they live kilometers away from the school, they have enormous backpacks. You can see one here. They're really heavy. They can weigh up to 5 kilos with all their books. And they were carrying these walking long distances, which was very damaging to their backs. So now with the bikes, they just put them in the big basket here, and they just ride home and ride back to school. So the bikes, the pool bikes, they belong to the school. The school name is written on the bike. So they're on loan to the children that live far away. And I'm glad to say that every child that lived quite far away got a bike. So it's absolutely fabulous. And you can see here the beautiful bikes. They're really, really good quality. You see they got the lights. They were really well put together. This is where Agent Patel did a great job just checking that everything was perfect at delivery. And yeah, fabulous for the children. And really, I think for us in the West to understand how fabulous and how miraculous this is difficult to understand, because for these children to get a bike is almost impossible. They just cannot afford a bike. So it's such a beautiful gift to give, the gift of the fun of riding a bike. I remember what that was like. But in this case, they need the bike to get to school and not hurt their back. So it's absolutely beautiful gift, and miraculous that every child who needed one that lived far away got one. So I'd like to say for this bike project, both the little bikes for fun for the little children and the big bikes that were a complete necessity for the bigger children, I'd like to thank everybody in London who donated, everybody in New York. Thank you so much for our American friends, and also in Santa Rosa in the USA. Thank you very much. And Canada, Toronto, thank you so much for this amazing and miraculous donation that you've made to the school. Now I want to talk about the breakfast project, which was the other thing I mentioned in my last video. So the breakfast project started off with bananas. Now, bananas are highly nutrient. They're very easy to eat, to peel, as we all know. We always, when we get hungry, that it's the easiest fruit to eat. Very easy to peel, easy to eat, always delicious, especially in India. The bananas are just incredibly delicious. So it started with bananas, and our friend Agent Patel managed to source bananas for a wholesaler that sources a local university. So we got really good supply of bananas from this particular wholesaler. So here you go, you can see the children there showing us the bananas. And then we went out and bought 700 stainless steel plates. So here you see the girls. You see the girls washing the plates that arrived at the school. So we needed plates to be able to feed them something, because not everything is like a banana that just peels and that's it. So then we started a rice project for the breakfast. So here you can see what that looks like. So here you see these enormous bowls, they're massive containers, and this is they cook the rice. Now, a friend was there today in the school, told me that the rice was delicious. They have nuts in there, and it was very nutrient. And the children love lemon. They call it lemon rice. They love it with lemon, and they vary it a little bit what they put with the rice, but things that the children like. And here you see the bananas as well. So this day they had bananas and rice. Some days we just give them bananas, some days we give them just rice. It really depends on the amount of funds that we have for breakfast. But here you can see how happy they are eating the rice. And here, this are different days. They wear different colors on different days. On Thursdays, they wear white, and the rest of the week, they wear this blue color. So here you can see on another day, having breakfast, waiting there with their plates. Yeah, you can see the volume of it, 700 children, it's huge. Actually, it's exactly 670 children. And then by the time you fed the teacher and everything, there's easily 700 servings. So also for the breakfast project, on a special day, we had a donation of milk. You can see milk here in the plastic bags. I remember getting milk at school, so when I saw this, it reminded me of being in junior school, being given milk. And here you see biscuits. This was for a special event. And of course, children love biscuits. And so they got it for a special event. It's not something we do regularly, obviously, because it's sugar and whatever, but for special events, the children love biscuits. So here you can see the children, the boys there eating their biscuits. Their happy faces with the biscuits. Okay, so for the breakfast project, I would like to thank everybody in the UK for all the donations. Thank you so much. Also our friends again in the USA, Canada, and our friends in Italy and France. So as you can see, Europe, the Americas, we're all getting together in order to help these children. And I think it's fabulous how the world is small when we have one common aim of helping children. So big thank you to you all for this extremely important project of nutrition. It's so important that they eat well, so they can concentrate at school and that they get a good level of nutrients. So then the other thing I think is good to say, I just sometimes think you all know this, but I think it's good to remind you all that 100% of the donations go to the children. So everybody in between, in myself, everybody who volunteers, it's all, nobody charges anything, and all the money just goes directly to the children. For everything that we do. So the bikes, the breakfast project, everything. So there's no admin charges, there's everything just goes directly to the children, and we're all, that for us is absolutely fundamental. So the next step is making the breakfast project sustainable. So I wanted to tell you how much this costs, because at the end of the day, it's all down to how much money it costs to sustain it all. So the bananas, incredibly, it costs £25. That's 700 bananas coming in for £25. So as you can see, it's amazing what you can do in India. And even though, I do, and, it is a wholesaler, so we managed to get them at a very good price. So very happy about that. And that just gives you an idea how much it costs us to feed the children the bananas. The rice costs more because there's the abundance of rice that's needed, the ingredients that go in the rice, also we have to cook that. So the rice costs us £65 to feed all the children, so plus the teacher, so it's about 700 servings. So yeah, so that's how much it costs. So in order to make it sustainable, what we need is regular donations. So if you feel in any way inclined or feel that something you would like to participate in the breakfast project, please let me know and we can get you involved. So the way you can get involved is that you can decide, for example, that you want to give bananas once a month, or you want to give rice once a month, or if that's too much, you can say, okay, I just want to give £10 or whatever I can afford per month towards this project to help the children. Then the more people who are donating, then the more food we can actually buy for the children. So that's so that's the breakfast project, and that's really what we're working on now, and the sustainability of it all. And actually another thing is that what some people have asked to do, which I think is wonderful, is some people for their birthday want, there's their birthday and they want to feed the children, or is somebody in their family's birthday or a very special family event, and they'd like to spend money to celebrate that event by feeding the children. So all these things are possible within the breakfast project. So here there's a fundraising page that is called the Breakfast Project. It's with an organization called Total Giving that work with all the major charities. And I'm working with a charity called Women and Girls, who have been fantastic with us and help us with all the collection of money and donations for our projects. So it's at you can see a totalgiven.co.uk, my page, Breakfast Project, and you can donate there, and you can donate in one go, just do a one-off donation, or you can donate monthly. It's all possible, and also you can donate in any currency. That's the wonderful thing about that website as well, is that it's available for the whole world and any currency. So that's it. I'll also with this video give the link to that page. You can see there's loads of pictures of the children and the breakfast project, and there's also videos so you can see exactly what it feels like, the breakfast project and the buzz of it when they have breakfast. Yes, so that's all there. Also, if you haven't already joined the Facebook group to keep up to date, I will also include that with another link, so you can join the Facebook group and be constantly updated on what's going on with this project. There's also a WhatsApp group for those of you who prefer WhatsApp. Let me know and I can add you to the WhatsApp group. Okay, so a big thank you to you all. It's been absolutely miraculous the last 2 months, what has been achieved, thanks to all of you. So I can't thank you enough, and hopefully I will see you soon in another video in a couple of months' time with another update. Bye bye.